Right now, he's looking for an artifact called the Skull of Shadows. Unfortunately, he's unable to progress any further in his search. At least not without this. The Chantary crystal that we retrieved. It was worth our pain to retrieve it, don't you think? Take it to Menelag and help him get the skull. Once you do, I think you'll know what's expected of you next. However, my dear boy, I am not sending you alone. You'll need a guide, a companion, perhaps even a guardian. She may even teach you a few other things.
What is your bidding, my master?
One can travel lighter than two, Sarah.
Am I to protect this boy? Fear not. This won't hurt a bit. Shh. By the way, my name is Xana.
Okay, Stonehelm finally. In spite of Master Fenric's hint that there might be some excitement, it has been a long, dull journey. I wonder. Once I give the Chantary crystal to Lord Menelag, maybe he'll take me on the expedition to obtain the Skull of Shadows. Anything, as long as I don't have to spend another 2 weeks staring at horses' ears, I'll be happy. I think anyway would have fitted more in place of that anything. By the way, I might mention that what just happened with Xana is that she fused into our spirit, or a sort of possession, you'd call it. But we are still in control of Sareth.
There it is, Sareth. The free city of Stonehelm, crossroads of money and magic. Deliver the crystal to Menelag and we can be on our way.
I hope so. It's been pretty dull.
We should go back to the city, where it's safe.
The farther we get, the better.
But it's our home.
It'll be our too if it don't drive faster. There's an army of necromancers coming.
Necromancers? Fenric didn't say anything about them.
Master Fenric rarely tells everything he knows. Hurry, we'll be safer inside.
Pig farmer.
I said leave them behind and help me with these casks.
I'm not gonna let some undead thing steal my grandmother's linens.
Whatever you can take in 5 minutes, and that's it.
Why do you
Those undead devils aren't here yet. Right, mind the gate. Tell Lord Menelag and the council that the city is sealed.
City seal?
You there, state your business.
I'm the envoy from Master Fenric, with a message for the wizard Menelag.
That's Lord Menelag. Got any proof? We're a little wary of strangers these days.
I have a letter of introduction.
Let me see it then. By special request of Lord Menelag. And there's a seal. Let me welcome you to Stonehelm. We'll stable your horse for you if it pleases you, sir.
Of course. Can you tell me where to find Menelag?
Certainly, sir. You go uphill past the Golden Ribbon and sweet dragon's blood. What's that?
Uh-oh. Whoa!
Get inside, quickly!
Uh-oh, that's the Necromancer army.
What are we going to do?
We'll get more of that, see of those later. Especially the big guy. Thanks, man. Oh, and did you catch that? We got a glimpse of his eyes. That's about the only time I recall ever seeing or getting a glimpse of those the guards' eyes.
Lovely. They have a sight.
Uh-oh.
How about that chain?
Up we go. I'll explain more about the enemies when we're in a bit calmer times. No, that guy dies every time from the shockwave of that. Ghoul right behind us. Ghouls are undead creatures. And like the zombies, only they're a lot more agile and faster. explanation given for that is that there. Whoa, fuck! Sorry for the poor language. Okay, reload, lost save. Ghouls are undead creatures, but they aren't just reanimated corpses. They're souls trapped into bodies, which makes them a lot faster and a lot more agile. Back here. This time let's not fail that jump. There we go.
They just tore the gate right off. They're coming up the stairs.
By all means.
And
Good lad.
I wish he'd stop calling you that.
You! I need someone to man the ballista. Follow me.
I don't think the eyes are in their models. As you can see, all those guards look alike. Oh. Yeah. There aren't all that many models, character models throughout this game, but it still makes them really recognizable. Oh, and we've got a wounded guard here. Some bread. We've lost all our equipment, I noticed. I'm not doing this gameplay. Thank you. We'll need that later. This is the ballista. Yeah. Oh, there's the Cyclops. Aim a bit ahead of it and you should hit it while it's walking.
Come on, Sarah. Keep up your fire.
The guards will also be struck by those rounds if you hit the ground. Well, there we go.
You did it. I'd hug you.
2 guys just died. Too bad. Sometimes one of those corpses get caught beneath it and it just goes spasm. Of course, that's how you kill the Cyclops. That's what every experienced fantasy gamer knows. Done. More skill points. And he didn't make it.
That's all clear. They're retreating. For now.
We'll see more of those necromancers later. Let's chat. Let's go.
Nice work there, friend. You've got some real potential.
Thank you. Okay, let's go down here. Some more stuff. Food ration. Health potions. Okay, since we've got a bit of time here, I'll just start and explain a bit more. I'll first rearrange this stuff a bit. Okay, the sword is our first weapon we find with this, and this stuff. As you can see, it has 2 damage. Swords are the perfect companions for warriors. Sure, they are not as subtle as the staff or the daggers, but they are equally reliable and lethal in each and every situation you may face on the battleground. There are more weapons throughout this game. We'll find them in the next part. And now let's take food that restores 2 health when eaten. We'll find a lot of this throughout this game, but be a bit sparingly with it. Up here is our health, our mana, total maximum mana and health. Damage to our weapon deals. Can also be improved by strength, which is this skill here. I don't use it very much. And our armor class. That is dependable about that depends on what armor we're using. Here we can see the sword, the shield, and a ring if we got one. I might as well. Okay, let's see. I'll go for this melee combat level 2. We can now disarm an enemy, power strike to do that. So power strike a stunned enemy's arm. That's mostly when they go a bit groggy. And we can also build a shield. Let's see what also. Going for alertness, which allows us to automatically detect hidden secret objects when we're standing still. And telekinesis. This one's a fun one, spell. Okay, let's read that note. I was thinking about Liana again, like always, I guess. But she's so pretty and so nice, and her uncle says that she'll be a great wizard like he is. I think I'm going to ask her to marry me. Not today though, but maybe this war will give me a chance to be a hero and prove myself to her. A guard's note signed Garth. A bestiary of Ashan. Our recent study of Ashan fauna has gave us an interesting account of the creature's weaknesses. For instance, while most of the basic creatures like spiders are very vulnerable to fire and will avoid it, creatures with a demonic taint like the orcs or the goblins are are naturally more resistant to fire. They are, however, as vulnerable to lightning as anyone else. Undead are a different matter, having no concept of fear or injury. They are difficult to defeat. However, a fortunate adventurer may find blessed weapons crafted from the very substance of dragons that do great damage to these creatures. A book about Ashan's creatures, weaknesses. Yeah, Ashan is the world we live in. Is this world we're playing in.